Good morning, students. So our today's topic is analysis of parallelogram law. So in the previous class, we have seen that we have seen two laws actually, triangle law and parallelogram law. But both the laws are graphical method of vector addition. So this method is called analytical method. Analytical method means in this case we will try to find out a formula for resultant vector. Okay. So suppose we have two vectors. One is vector P. This is our vector P, and suppose this is our vector Q. Suppose angle between these two vectors is theta. Okay. Now first we will join if this vector is P, then the value of this vector will be mod P. Why? Because a vector has two parts. One is magnitude part, one is direction part. So a vector P has two parts. One is magnitude and one is direction. The magnitude part is written as mod of P, and the direction part is written as P hat. Okay. So if this vector is P, okay, so this vector is P, so the value of this vector is what? Mod of P. So similarly, if this vector is Q, the value of this vector will be how much? Mod of Q. Okay. Now first we'll add these two vectors according to parallelogram law. Okay. So first we have to draw a parallelogram, then the common diagonal, that means this diagonal will be your resultant vector. So suppose resultant vector is R. Okay. Now again, if the resultant vector is R, this is the resultant vector R, then its value will be mod of R. Clear? Now naming the points. Okay. Suppose this is our point A, this is our point B, this is our point C, and this is our point D. Okay. Now let us draw a perpendicular. And let us extend this line. So suppose I am naming this point as E. Okay. Now if this angle is theta, then this angle will be also theta. Okay. Now you have to tell me, okay, now what is the value of DE perpendicular? So from triangle DCE, okay, from triangle DCE, okay. Now first tell me what is the value of DC arm. Look, AB arm and DC arm are similar. Now if the value of AB arm is mod of Q, then the value of DC arm will be also mod of Q. Clear? Okay. Now from triangle DCE, so let me draw this triangle DCE. This triangle DCE, D, this C, and this E. This angle is theta, and value of this arm is mod of Q. Can you say that sin theta? What is the value of sin theta? Sin theta is equals to perpendicular by hypotenuse. Okay, now what is the value of perpendicular here? Value of perpendicular is DE. D is the perpendicular, and what is the value of hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is CD, and the value of CD is how much? Mod of Q. So from here you can say that sin theta is equals to D by mod of Q, or cross multiply this one. So you can say that D is equals to mod Q into sin theta. D is equals to mod Q sin theta. Okay. So we have find out the value of the D. What is the value of D? Mod Q sin theta. Okay. Now similarly from again this triangle DCE, cos theta equals to what? Cos theta is equals to base by hypotenuse. What is the value of base? Base is CE, and the value of hypotenuse is CD, and the value of CD is mod Q. So cos theta is equals to base, that is CE, by hypotenuse, value of hypotenuse is mod of q. So from here you can say that C cross multiply this one. You can say that C is equals to mod q cos theta. So we find out this value is C is what? Mod q cos theta. Okay. Now the final thing. In the last case, we will consider this triangle B, D and E. We will consider this triangle B, D, E. So from triangle B, D, E. So let me draw this triangle again. B, D. This is B, this is D, this E. Okay. Suppose this angle is alpha. What is the alpha angle? Alpha angle is the angle between your resultant vector, this line, resultant vector, and your p vector. Alpha is the angle between resultant vector and the p vector. So this angle is alpha. Now, what is the value of DE arm? We find out that the value of DE arm is mod q sin theta. Mod q sin theta. And what is the value of BE arm? So from B to C, value of B to C is mod P, and value of CE is mod Q cos theta. The value of total BE arm is mod P plus mod Q cos theta. So value of BE arm is mod P plus mod of Q cos theta. Now from Pythagoras theorem, what you know? You know that hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus perpendicular square. Okay, mod of hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus hypotenuse square. Okay, so what is the value of BP arm? The value of BP arm is actually mod of R. Value of BP arm is sorry, this is not P, BD. Value of this BD arm is equals to mod of R. So we will write the BD arm is equals to mod of R. Okay. So what is the value of hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is equals to hypotenuse BD is equals to mod of R. So mod of R square is equals to base. What is the value of BE arm? BE arm is mod P plus mod Q cos theta. So that means mod P square plus mod P plus mod Q cos theta, and that one's whole square plus value of perpendicular. What is the value of perpendicular? Value of perpendicular is mod q sin theta. That means mod q sin theta whole square. Okay. Now we will break this one. A plus B whole square. A plus B whole square is equals to A square plus 2AB plus B square. So that means mod P square plus 2 into A, that means mod P, into B, that means mod Q cos theta, plus B square. What is the value of B? Mod Q cos theta, that means mod Q square cos square theta, plus. Okay, so and this one will be mod Q square sin square theta. Okay, so now from these two terms we can take mod q square as common. So that means mod p square plus 2 mod p mod q cos theta plus mod q square. If I take mod q square as common, then what is remaining? Cos square theta plus sin square theta. Now you know that the value of sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. So that means the value of this arm is how much? This arm is 1. So if this term is 1, so what will remain here? The only mod q square will remain here. So our final term mod p square plus 2 p q cos theta plus mod of q square. Okay. So this one is equals to mod r square, value of mod r square. Okay. Now, so if mod r square is this one, so mod r will be how much? Mod r will be root over of this term. mod p square plus mod q square plus 2 mod p mod q cos theta. Okay, so this is our final expression for the resultant vector. These are the final expression for the resultant vector. But remember, this is only the magnitude. A vector has two parts, magnitude and the direction. So we have find out the magnitude part, but now again we have to find out the direction. So direction. Okay. So for direction part, okay, look at this triangle. Okay, from this triangle, sine alpha is equals to what? Sine alpha is equals to perpendicular by hypotenuse. What is the value of perpendicular? Mod q sine theta divided by mod of r. So from here you can write that sine alpha is equals to perpendicular. That means in this triangle, what is the value of perpendicular? Mod q sine theta. So that means mod q sine theta divided by, what is the value of hypotenuse? Value of hypotenuse is mod of r here, divided by mod of r. Okay, so these are the first direction part. Okay, so you can use this formula also, or there is another formula from this. There is another formula from this triangle. So from this triangle, tan alpha is equals to how much? Tan alpha is equals to, or from this triangle, tan alpha is equals to how much? Tan alpha is equals to perpendicular by base. What is the value of perpendicular? We have find out the value of perpendicular is mod q sine theta, and value of base is how much? Mod p plus mod q cos theta. Okay, so tan theta is equals to mod q sin theta divided by mod p plus mod q cos theta. Okay, so let me check this one again. I think I've done. Okay, so this one will be tan alpha. Okay, so then this will be okay. So again I'm explaining this one too, why the sine tan alpha. So from this triangle, tan alpha is equals to, from this triangle, tan alpha is equals to perpendicular by base. Perpendicular is mod q sin theta, or base is mod p plus mod q cos theta. Okay, so tan, you can write that perpendicular tan alpha not theta. Okay, and tan alpha is equals to mod q sin theta divided by mod p plus mod q cos theta. So tan alpha equals to mod q sin theta plus divided by mod p plus mod q cos theta. So we have to, so let us solve one problem. Okay, the problem is, calculate the resultant of two vectors having magnitude 4 and 6 units making an angle 60 degree between them. Okay, so the magnitudes of two vectors are given. Okay, so so we know the formula that mod r, we have just derived that mod r is equals to root over of mod p square plus mod q square plus 2 mod p mod q cos theta. Okay, so here what is the given that value of mod p is equals to 4 units and value of mod q is equals to 6 units. Okay, and the angle, that means angle between two vectors, that means theta is the angle between two vectors, but alpha is the angle between the resultant vector and another vector. Okay, so theta is given, theta is 60 degree. So just put the values. What is the value of p? That means 4 square. What is the value of q? That means 6 square plus 2 into 4 into 6 into cos. What is the cos? The value of theta is 60 degree. So 4 square is 16, 36, 48 into, what is the value of cos 60? Cos 60 means sin 30. That means half. So 2 2s are 4, 2 4s are. That means root of r of 16 plus 36 plus 24. That means how much? Root of 76. So value of mod of r is equals to root of 76. Okay. Okay. Now we have to find out the direction part also. That means angle alpha. So we know that sin alpha is equals to mod q sin theta divided by mod of r. Okay. Now what is the value of mod q? Mod q is 6. To sin value of theta is 60 degree. So there is 6 into sin 60 degree divided by mod of r. We have just find out that mod of r is equals to how much? Root of 76. So that means 6 into value of sin 60 root 3 by 2 by root of 76. 2 3s are. So that means 3 root 3 divided by 76. Okay. So sin alpha is equals to 3 root 3 divided by root of 76. You can simplify this one again, or alpha is equals to sin inverse 3 root 3 by root of 76. This is your final answer. Okay. So this is your final answer. And again this a small question. This one a question from your previous class, from your triangle law. So 3 vectors are given. Vector A and vector B are joined in head to head. Okay. And 3 vectors are joined in this way. This is the head of the vector A, this is the head of the vector B, and this is the head of the vector C. Now the 4 options are given. Is A plus B is equals to C, or B plus C is equals to A, or C plus A is equals to B, or A plus B plus C is equals to 0. You have to find out the correct option. Now, okay, so let me check first. A plus B is equals to C. Now look, A and B, both the vectors are joined from head to head. So this one is not correct. So let me check option B. B plus C is equals to A. So B and C are joined from tail to tail. So this one is also not correct. In triangle law, from the head of the first vector to the tail of the second vector should join, and the resultant vector will be from the tail of the first vector to the head of the second vector. Now let me check the third option. So C plus A is equals to B. So the C vector and the A vector are, the head of the C vector and the tail of the A vector are joined together. So this one is correct. And let me check the B vector again. So from B vector is from the tail of the C vector to the head of the A vector. So this one is correct according to the triangle law, that C plus A is equals to B. So our answer is option C. Okay. So thank you for today.